After a nightmare weekend at the Hungaroring, Charles Leclerc believes Lewis Hamilton's struggles were just a blip on the radar, and that brighter days are ahead for the seven-time champ. Hamilton raised more than a few eyebrows in Hungary when he openly lamented both his qualifying effort and race performance. While Leclerc snatched a surprise pole, Hamilton's weekend unravelled early, bowing out in Q2 and branding himself useless in a brutally honest post-quali interview with Sky F1, even saying that Ferrari probably need to change driver. Things didn't improve on race day. Hamilton dropped 2 spots right off the line and found himself stuck in a DRS train, with little room to fight back. He told reporters his mood hadn't changed much since qualifying, but added that he'd be back in the car at Zandvoort, hopefully, signalling his determination to bounce back. In a season where Lewis Hamilton has found it tough to fully gel with his new Ferrari, his somber tone in Hungary was just the latest in a series of unusually downbeat interviews. But until now, despite the bumps in the road, Hamilton hadn't shown any signs of doubting his place in Formula One. That changed slightly in Budapest, and it didn't go unnoticed. After securing a solid 4th-place finish, Charles Leclerc was asked about Hamilton's comments during his post-race media duties. The Monegasque didn't hesitate to back his teammate, expressing full confidence that Hamilton will come back fighting once the summer break ends and the paddock rolls into Zandvoort later this month. He said, "At the end, we are one team, and as much as I want to finish in front of Lewis, I want both of us to be successful and Ferrari to be successful." Obviously, this weekend has been a tough one for Lewis, but I have no doubt it is a one-off. I am sure the second part of the season will be a lot more positive. Lewis Hamilton's comments in Hungary has stolen the spotlight in the days since, and former F1 Supremo Bernie Ecclestone has chosen to weigh in. According to Ecclestone, if Hamilton sticks around in Formula One, he'd be cheating himself, and the 94-year-old insists the 7-time world champion should have hung up his helmet long ago. While there's no doubt the 40-year-old will line up on the grid at Zandvoort, Ecclestone believes Hamilton should call it quits at the end of the season. Despite Hamilton reportedly being locked into a 3-year Ferrari deal through 2027, Ecclestone told the Daily Mail he wouldn't be surprised if the Scuderia paid him off, arguing that the partnership just isn't clicking. Lewis is very talented, was and probably still is. But like a lot of leading sports personalities, when they reach the top, there is only one way to go, and it's not a good direction. It's only down. They get tired. Lewis is tired. He's been doing what he is doing forever. He needs a rest from it for good, a total reset to do something completely different. He may not think it, but he will soon get used to doing other stuff away from motor racing in retirement. I think he should have done it a while ago. The guy is not a cheat. But he would be cheating himself if he goes on. He should stop now. If I were looking after him, I would negotiate with Ferrari immediately and say, if you have someone to replace Lewis, he'll step aside. If I were Lewis, I would say to Ferrari that I wanted to be paid all my contract in full. They signed him because they thought he could do a job. It isn't working, so I can make way if you want me to, but that's the arrangement. It could work for both parties, which naturally leads to the next big question. If Hamilton were to step aside, who would Ferrari turn to? They've got a homegrown talent already on the grid. Oliver Behrman currently cutting his teeth at Haas. But while the Briton has shown flashes of brilliance, his rookie campaign has been peppered with rookie mistakes. Crashing in the pit lane under red flag conditions at Silverstone being a prime example. Carlos Sainz, meanwhile, is off the market, having secured a multi-year deal, despite swirling rumours of an escape clause, which Williams boss James Vowles denied. As for Ecclestone, he's already thinking ahead. He's pitched 2 rising stars that Ferrari should consider, Isaac Hadjar and Gabriel Bortoleto, both promising, both hungry, and perhaps both more suited to Ferrari's long-term ambitions. If I could steal him, I'd take Isaac Hadjar from Racing Bulls, he said. He has done super well in his first year and is a great guy. I also rate our friend from Brazil, Bortoleto. He is talented. Both of them are sensible too. Mercedes team boss Toto Wolff who spent 12 seasons alongside Lewis Hamilton, was quick to defend his former driver, putting Hamilton's emotional outburst in Hungary down to sheer frustration. Wolff pointed out that this wasn't the first time Hamilton has worn his heart on his sleeve, recalling similar moments during their time together at Mercedes. He told the media, "No, that is Lewis wearing his heart on his sleeve." It's what he thought very much when he was asked after the session was very raw. He was doubting himself, and we had it in the past. When he felt that he had underperformed his own expectations and the team had its own goal, he's been that emotionally transparent since he was a young boy, a young adult. So, he's going to beat himself up. He's the GOAT, and he will always be the GOAT, and nobody's going to take that away. For sure, no single weekend or race season that hasn't gone to plan. The Hungarian Grand Prix added yet another chapter to what's been a rocky first season in red for Hamilton. Aside from a strong showing in the Chinese sprint, the podium has remained stubbornly out of reach. With 0 top 3 finishes so far and a 39-point deficit to teammate Charles Leclerc in the standings, it's no wonder the 7-time world champion has been left disheartened. All this has sparked inevitable speculation. Has Hamilton lost his edge? Has Father Time finally caught up? Not so fast, says Toto. The Austrian firmly rejected the notion that Hamilton's best days are behind him, arguing that the Brit still has plenty left in the tank. He also suggested that the looming regulation overhaul in 2026 could play right into Hamilton's hands. Lewis has unfinished business in Formula One, he said. In the same way that Mercedes underperformed over this latest set of regulations since 2022, he kind of never got happy with ground effect cars in the same way it beats him. Maybe it's linked to driving style. So, he shouldn't go anywhere. Next year, brand new cars, completely different to drive, new power units that need an intelligent way of managing the energy. So, that's absolutely on for Lewis, and I hope he stays on for many more years. And certainly next year is going to be an important one. Wolff went a step further, emphasizing that with the right car, one that truly fits Hamilton's driving style, there's no reason he couldn't still chase down that elusive 8th World Championship title. The Austrian ended this line of questioning with, if he has a car that's not giving him the feedback that he wants, and that was the Mercedes of the past few years, and that seems to be the Ferrari and even worse, then not. But you ask me whether he has it, he definitely has it. So, is Lewis Hamilton simply facing the inevitable growing pains of adapting to a new team, or are we witnessing the first real signs that even the greatest champions eventually lose their edge? Let me hear from you in the comments. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thanks for watching.